everyone back again. Just going live here before I post a video. Shimoge here, and also calling another public music under the name Incoria, which is the name of this network. Different networks for different things. All part of my media company, AZ Band. Yes. Kaburnam Noga. Yes. Calling all the saints. Calling in my patrilineage and all their lineage connections. Calling in everyone who directly caused me to exist. Yes. As we commonly say in English, calling all my ancestors. Both those in my gene pool and those beyond the gene pool. Expand forever. Calling in my entire bloodline. Yes. Okay, let's confirm we have liftoff. And we have liftoff. Title of this is Neptune is Amadioha. I'll go into more depth on that in the Hand of God segment, but I've already talked about it in depth. Basically, Neptune, god of the sea, is part of the thing that can be called Amadioha. Of course, Neptune said to be the name for the god of the sea in Latin, like the Roman god of the sea. That's how it's commonly seen. I would say we got to broaden the definition of that. That's what most people see. And then Amadioha is a name used in what is now called Igbo language. It's the language the group classified in. Again, I think metaphysically, the nature that's different. Language is broader, but anyway, Amadioha, which means the good husband of the people, said to be the name of the god of thunder. So anyway, so he's part of the thing, and then also he specifically can be called Amadioha, and one of the reasons the thing can be named Amadioha. Anyway, that's some detail there. Yeah. Ooh. But yeah, I'm about to publish a video. But before that, I just want to let off some steam. Register to like, thank you very much. Every like is a blessing. Here we go, I've registered viewers. Thank you for the viewers. Every view is a blessing, and the first comment. I read comments at my discretion. Thank you for the comments. Every comment is a blessing. Like, share, and subscribe, and also patronize the business. Yes. Yes. Family still hasn't communicated with me clearly. They're running around in the shadows. Anyway. Just saw 444. Let's make a wish. May we all heal from any injuries we have. Expand forever. The video I'm about to publish is the one about Dr. Umar Johnson. It's gonna go on my personal network, Moge. Check it out soon. I guess I like hitting these keys more. Okay, this is my left hand, you see it as you see it. This is my right hand, you can see it as you see it. My right hand is my dominant hand, my left hand is my non-dominant hand. The right hand, dominant, left hand, non-dominant. As I like to say, Hakuna Matata. Anyway, hope you can see this hand flute. Just tee it up here. So each key has a different tone, and I think I like, which ones was I hitting? Here we go, let me use my perspective. Well, let's just do it like this so you can see. I think I like hitting these the best, because I like that sound better. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Yeah, because previously I've been hitting the one in the middle. These ones here. Oh, if that sound is a use, but this is me. Have a good day. Thank you very much. You have a good day as well. Who call upon the black race in prayer. Son Soneba, wash sin away from this place. Anyway, Kalakana. Yes. Yes, I think because of the way my life started, which again is not my fault, I just run into a lot of evil people. And one thing I know about evil people is they don't apologize. You see, my relatives who passed away have told me that satanic people do not apologize. I think a lot of these people are satanic. And yes, you can be satanic and be a Christian. What does it mean to be a Christian? Basically, it came out of your mouth somehow. Anyway, shout out to Chima. He's still playing those criminal video games and not going to church. And then at the right moment will pop up and say, I'm a Christian, you're bad. Middle-aged man playing with teenagers. Anyway. He's playing with the kids and he has no kids. He's playing with the kids and he has no kids. That's Satan. Amadioha, Chuyanua, Webu, Emesha, Chevu, Ka. I am the man who makes Satan fade away. Ka, expand away. Ka, expand forever. Ka, 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 ka. Ooh, ka, 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 ka. Ooh, ka, 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 ka. C22, that's a manifestation of 1111 noted. Let's make a wish. May everybody reproduce, expand forever. Boom kamalu kamalu ka ka. Boom kamalu karana wa ka. Boom kamalu ki ka. Boom kamaluka ka. Boom kamaluka cha cha. Boom sha ka. Boom ka kamalu nuwa. Boom ka kamali ka. Boom kamalu na ikeya. Boom kamalu mo necha. Boom kamalu mo neka. Boom kamalu mo nejebere. Boom mebere. Oranye. Yiriwo. Oranye. Orange, utabo, bia ozo, ka. Kamalu kaka. Abum kamalu karana uwa. Abum kamalu kikeka. Abum kamalu cha cha cha. Abum cha cha. Abum cha cha. Abum me bere. Ane me bere. Ane me kere. Abum me bere. Bere bere bere. Abum me bere bere bobe. Abum me bere bere pope. Abum me bere bob bob. Abum me bere non boy. Abumebere moneka. Abumebere karakanua. Abumebere ukikeka. Abumebere si susa. Abumebere boy. Ka. Expand forever. Ha. Ka. Abumebere pope. Abumebere moza. Abum ka ome oza. Abum ka boa ka. Expand forever. Be fruitful. Ka. Abumenyuku, anemenyuku, abumenyuku, anemenyuku, enyuku, Amadioha, enyuku, Amadioha, abum Ganesha, enyuku, abum Ganesha, enyuku, Ganesha, enyuku, Ganesha, enyuku, cha cha cha, enyuku, cha cha cha, enyuku, cha cha cha, enyuku, anemeyuku, nemuku, nema. Yes, making this post should be simple. Just have to wait. Anyway. Ooh. Ka. Expand forever. Expand forever. Expand forever. Ka. Expand forever. Ka. Expand forever. Ka. Boom, expand forever. Ka. Expand forever. Ka. Boom, expand forever. Ka. Expand forever. Ka. Boom, expand forever. Ka. Expand forever. Ka. Expand forever. Chuele Nuzuko, expand forever. Chuele Nuzuko, Uche Lele, Oshun O2, Bia, Ka. Put up another short. Yes, there we go. Aboom expand forever. 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 Ka. I just saw the number 1247 and then 1248. I've been seeing those numbers a lot. I know some meanings of those. I want to find deeper meanings. May I find the meaning? Yes. And then 1257, 1258. When I see the number 1044, that's the time. I've been seeing the number 44 a lot. That's a manifestation of 2222. Let's make 2 wishes 1. May I figure out the deeper meaning behind all these numbers in 2. May number, the goddess of love archetype, bless us all, expand forever. So I've been seeing 44 and then 1044. And may all these wishes double up. God, expand forever. Because you have to think about it. If someone is constantly seeing certain numbers, there is some factor causing that. Now, you could argue maybe the factor is somewhat insignificant, although that would seem a little strange. Definitely they're in some sort of rhythm somehow. So I'm just trying to figure out the deeper meaning of that. There are 2 ways to approach it. If you look at it from a physical side, I guess if you get very basic, what processes are going on in my physical body? Let's say it like that. What processes are going on in my physical body that are causing my mind and other things to orient my eyes at certain intervals that I'm always seeing the numbers, especially if I'm seeing them on clocks. I see them a lot in clocks, but I've seen them other places too. So what is that? Is that, I don't know, it's just a pattern. What does that pattern mean? Especially if I notice myself feeling better when I see it. Does seeing the numbers itself just make you feel better? That might be part of it. Like you're seeing order. Like when you see 1111, that feels nice. Maybe it's a measure of health. Because if you're not seeing numbers at regular intervals, maybe your brain doesn't get certain frequencies, something like that. I think there's truth to that. That's something to explore. So that's one you could begin looking at on the physical side. Then on the spiritual side, well, this one's kind of more vast. This is why generally I don't like to separate the spiritual and physical, but sometimes when you're beginning as a thought exercise, you can do it. Okay, so the spiritual end, if I'm seeing certain numbers, what is the universe trying to tell me? That's kind of a vast question. Anyway, these are things to think about. I'm seeing 2 again. 2 registered viewers and 2 likes. Thank you very much. I really feel like getting off here. Let's see. Ooh. It's also the mad coincidence. You could say maybe some people don't like seeing these numbers. Maybe someone doesn't like seeing 1111, but I would argue that person's probably not healthy. I think generally people like seeing order. Yeah. Anyway. And I see the number 47. It's currently 1047. I've been seeing 47 a lot. Divine Revelation told me 47 is the number of the things sleep. So, something to do with sleep. What does sleep do? Sleep puts you down and then does what it needs to do, because there's some things that need to happen to you that, well, you don't just consciously do. So at some point sleep goes, bop, let's go down and we'll be back. So yeah, go to sleep. Naru Ura. The vehicle of Ra, the vehicle of the world leader, sleep. Final form of that, Odurua. When I say final form, this is not the last of the 5 cycles, because I've been saying that each thing goes through 5 cycles. The final form is the 3rd cycle, and then the expansion of the final form is the 5th cycle. Anyway, Odurua, which is also part of the God of Thunder. Odurua. 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 Again, this is from Divine Revelation. I mean, I've heard that word Odurua used before in relation to a certain political movement. And, I don't want to comment on that. I still need to research that political movement more. I'll just say this. I need to research that political movement more. But some of the stuff I've heard about, I can understand for sure. Like just wanting political reformation in Nigeria. But, again, I don't have deep, intimate knowledge of it. So I need to research it more. But, no shade on it. But I don't want to put too much behind it because I haven't done research. But anyway, the word sounds nice to me, Oduduwa, because I think that political movement started by people who would, call themselves Yoruba people in Nigeria. But so I assume the word would be commonly said to be from what people now call Yoruba language. But again, I need to do more research. Anyway, word sounds nice to me. I think it's also my language. And if you break it down, those words could be part of what now people call Igbo language. Do, sit, do. Something to do with sitting, right? According to my divine revelation, and then I guess what kind of makes sense to me, if you put O in front of the word, that means existence-wide or universal. So universal sitting, something, do, another sit, and then Y, which is divide spectacularly. O-D-Y. Just some big sleep. Anyway. These are just casual things I'm chatting about. And as I said that, I saw 47, the number coupled with 18, the number of the soil. The first son of the soil, Neptune. Anyway. In the posting process. Oh yeah. My full spin. I haven't been doing the full spin as much in front of the camera. I think, guess I've advanced my move. It's not bad, but I don't want to say that too much because as I'm developing, old moves can come back. So yeah. Yeah, sometimes you just go, just open up the lungs. Yes, you got a hearty laugh. Abu Magui, anime gui, Abu Neptune, Neptune, O2, the god of the sea is also the river. Abum yeah, anime yeah, abum yeah, abum yeah, just yeah. Oh well, I want to call I count it. Yeah, abum yeah, abum yeah, abum yeah. Anime yeah, abum yeah. Anime I am the kingmaker. Amadioha, 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 Amadimo mama. Boom boba boba baba, bo, Amadioha, boba. No there is electric slide. Boom, Kali electric slide. Shango Ka, expand on that. Karate nu baba. Karata, natenu tata, boom, karata ta. I'm better than the non-believer. What we do? Believe what your eyes and ears show you, and then listen to what comes in from the extreme. See, a lot of doubt just comes from not believing what your eyes and ears believe. Atheists claim to believe what they see, do they? If you see millions of people telling you they're spirits, why not look into that? Why are you running? Anyway, you see, the God of Thunder is not without its flaws. Ooh, I just saw 222. Let's make the 2 wishes. 1. May everyone have enough food to eat. What is that? Oh, that's my shoelace. Kind of ran my foot. So 1, may everyone have enough food to eat. And 2, may we all have healthy romantic relationships. Expand forever. Anyway, the God of Thunder is complicated. Part of the complication is there's some entities in there that, I'm just going to say it like this. There are entities in there that when you're a person of this world, you should deal with for 2 reasons. 1, some people are only meant to really deal with people outside of this world, right? And 2, there's some entities that are just categorically bad and they're prisoners in the 10th ring. But anyway, the point is, sometimes when I'm doing my, affirmations, I'm saying I boom, all these different parts of the God of Thunder. Sometimes a bad guy will come up. I'm like, because technically it's true, because there's bad people in everyone. It's just like, sometimes you just gotta ignore it, It's kind of like, if you think about after you eat, the stuff that comes out after you eat, it's a part of you. You can't say it's completely bad because it's a functioning of purpose. Just don't always be looking at it. Certainly don't pick through it. Don't put it back where it came from. But anyway, it's grizzly. But anyway, I'll talk about that more in the future. But basically, just make sure you're dealing with the people you're supposed to be dealing with. And then you don't have to philosophize too much about malevolent entities. But, we have people worshiping God. And then they don't question, why am I arguing with everyone? Anyway. Akas, the atheist, the unbeliever, doubt, malevolent entity that I've talked a bit about. I put out a list of the worst malevolent entities in existence. He was there. Part of an overall expansion person called the PDF. I just I mean, it's part of Amadioha, but you're not supposed to look at it in this world. It's part of the ninth ring. You could also call that the outer limits. There's multiple things you can call the outer limits. But anyway, the point of that guy is he's kind of he's really an example of what not to do. But apparently, people in other realms of existence, like the random, have to look at him for inspiration. But to make it more relevant, one of his things is he doesn't listen to spiritual information, especially stuff he hasn't gotten himself. He doesn't trust anyone, and he tries to do a lot of things by himself. And apparently that archetype filters into a lot of modern stories of heroes. Because if you think a lot of modern stories of heroes, it's a guy fighting by himself who is the only one who knows the truth, which is kind of ridiculous. And again, I'm not saying like people can't end up in corners where they don't get support for obvious truths. But we just have to be honest, right? Sometimes when analyzing stories, we go too deep into the metaphor, but sometimes we have to look at it literally. If you're in a situation where literally the entire world is converging on you and you're powerful enough to fly and lift buildings, realistically, you would have some people on your side who can help you, right? And they will not just come in at the last minute after you've reincarnated. So anyway, the whole point of that is those archetypes can be very unhealthy because they spread the idea that really justice is inherently limited or is not going to come. Because that's kind of the idea of that archetype. There's no justice, just run around by yourself and hit things. That's not good. Anyway, that's not really the idea of the God of Thunder, but you know, he's in there because apparently it helps some other people. Another reason I'm going into that is a lot of times, I'll just say when assessing things in general, people have too myopic of a view, right? Your first question, well, first you should figure out, why am I looking at things right now? Like, should I be asleep or something? That's one thing. But then second, when you're looking at things, your first question has to be, okay, well, this is why it's hard. You have to be a proper person because you have to understand that just because something isn't good for you, that doesn't mean it's bad for everyone. But at the same time, you cannot become an amoral person and say that means there's no morality. No, that just means morality is a little more complicated than your sleepy mind wants it to be. So when you have that understanding, you go first, is this thing I'm looking at good for me? Yes or no? And then you orient from there. How much should I look at it? Generally, if it's not good for you, you shouldn't be looking at it too much. But then you have to look, okay, is it good for anyone? And then from there, you go out and make your recommendations. So too often, people are sloppy. So the process tends to come out in two general ways. Either you see something isn't good for you, and you just categorically throw it away, and you spend a lot of time talking against it. That's not appropriate. Or you assume because it's good for someone somewhere, it's good for you, and then next thing you know, you're worshiping Satan. Anyway, I'm using the word you, that's not implying that I've done it. Because some people think when you say things like that, that means you've done it. No, I'm just saying there are a lot of idiots out there. You know, you have Satanists who rally and things like that. Anyway, remove them. Remove them from their standing and station. And, you know, hopefully they reform. Anyway. The point is, when you're looking at stuff that is uncomfortable, you have to be strong. And then, you know, you can do a complex analysis and do what needs to be done. Anyway. Amadioha, 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 Wepu Wakas, Wepu Wakas, Wepu Wakas, Wepu Dube. Remove the unbeliever, remove the unbeliever, remove the unbeliever. Believe your power, believe your power, believe in your power, believe in your power. Expand forever. Power. This is your hour. Ka. I'm out of here. Thank you. Please share this with everyone you know. Like it as well. Subscribe on Patreon. Buy my art. Buy my merchandise. I have things like clothing and work materials, and I'm adding more stuff. And then also donate. You can donate on PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. Thank you very much. See you. Chimoge here. Let's see if I can get one more short up. Can I? Yeah. Well, let me wait until I can get one more short up. Let's see. Hoo! Ho, ho, ho! I am the wolf. Ho, ho, ho! Kalakana, Kalakana, Kalu Akana, Kalu Akana, Kalu Akana, Akanu Kanu 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 Ka, Kalakanu Karanu Wanka, Kalakanu Karawanketa, Kalakana Kanu, Abum Kalakana, Nkia, Abum Kalakana, Nkome, Abum Wanyushi Kalakana, Abum Agwaka. Let's see if it'll get up. Alright, let me wait a minute before I touch it. Let's wait until minute 32. Let me just amble on here. I just want to get another short up. Extended finish, ego, extended finish, ego, can go go go, ego, can you go go, ego, cara, ego, cara, Eburudigwe, Ebedo Igwe, Aname Igwe, Abumudigwe, Abum Udo Inke Igwe, Abum Udo Inke Igwe, Abumudigwe, 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 Abumudigwe. Looks like it posted one automatically. Well, let's see. Let's get another one. Abumudigwe, Abum Sakwale, Aneme Sawa, Emeshale, Sawa, Le. I am the flood, 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 I am the flood. Abum flow da da, abum flow baba, abum baba ka, abum Amadioha, abum Amadioha, abum Amadioha, abum Amadioha, Amadioha, Oki K ka, expand forever. See you next time.